Today we're ranking all Ghostface deaths from Scream 1 to Scream 7. Trigger warning for the following on screen. Starting off, my personal favorite, we have Stu Macher. Though he's my favorite, he didn't have the best death in the series. He was stabbed about 3 times. He got bitten, smacked with a vase, and hit with a TV. He goes in A tier. Billy Loomis, also one of the best, but didn't have the best death. He only got stabbed once normally, stabbed with an umbrella too, um, and then got shot twice. He goes in B tier. Mickey Altieri. Now he is also I just sound like I'm glazing all of them. He's also one of the best. He got shot like 15 times total before he went down. And that gives him an easy A. Now I'm gonna stop the glazing. Nancy Loomis, one of the stupidest motives. She left Billy behind and now comes back after he's dead. She could have taken him with her in the first place. She had a bad death. She really only got hurt from getting shot in the neck. That was it. She gets a D tier. Roman Bridger. Again, I'm gonna go back to this. One of the best motives. Not my favorite movie, but one of my favorite killers. He had the usual scuffle ghost faces have. He got stabbed about 3 times, which is what ultimately killed him, and shot about a dozen times by Dewey, though he had the bulletproof vest, which we all know from one of my favorite scenes in all of the series. Ooh, that gets him a D tier. I don't want to talk about Charlie. He was just so weak as a ghost face. He got manipulated, played. This is how I feel every time I see Charlie. Like I feel like this is him. That gets him a D tier. Now, again, Charlie might not have been the greatest, but Jill, she would put herself through all of that. Like, look at all of this she took. Most of this was just by her. How did she took electric currents through the head and didn't die? That gives her an S tier. Amber Freeman, again, one of the best. She also had one of my favorite end scenes for Ghostface, purely because she got turned into the fucking Ash baby. That gives her an S tier. Now Richie Kirsch, he was the weak link of the two. He had an okay death scene. Um, I love how Sam worked, but I mean, for a crap character, it was a decent death. That gives him a B tier. I'm glad you're dead. He happened off screen. I think it's pretty obvious he got an F because we don't even get to see him die. Now Jason, it's pretty much the same as Richie's, just a lot less. He took a lot less before dying. That gets him a C tier. Quinn, she did most of the work in Scream 6 while Detective Bailey and Ethan were out getting alibis. Um, I think she did most of the grunt work, but in the end, she didn't take much before dying. That gets her in D tier still. Detective Kirsch slash Bailey. Don't know which one. It's obviously Detective Kirsch, but he's known as Detective Bailey in the movie. Either way, he fell from the balcony. He got stabbed about a dozen times, but a lot of them, it was repeat shots, so they looked a lot like the angle jumped around, so it looked like a lot of them could have been the same one, just different times. You can't really tell with that. And then he got stabbed in the eye. Decent kill for a decent killer. B tier. Now I'm back to the glazing because Ethan Kirsch slash Landry, he got hit with a brick, stabbed 5 times, a sixth in the mouth, which got twisted around. I don't know how he lived after that because he still came back to get hit in the head with Stu's TV that killed him. S tier easily. One of my favorites. Now, warning for those who haven't watched it, these are Scream 7 spoilers. Carl, I mean, he had some fighting, but he was one of the best killers in Scream 7, but he died from getting hit with a car once. He took nothing. F tier. The random psych nurse. He didn't even have a name. I'm so. Mm, for such a boring character, he had a boring death. He tried to be Roman so bad, but he could not. F tier. Get me out of here. Now the only decent killer, but still the worst motive in all of the series, the suburban white mom Jessica. She took a lot to get down. I think it was a little overkill. She got shot 2 dozen times. You can see right through her head at the end. Um, but I mean, it was a great scene. This was such a good movie up until the final part where they revealed the motives and who the killers were because it was just stupid. Anyways, she gets an S tier. Here's my final ranking of all 17 ghost faces. Comment down below if you agree with this. And maybe next time I will do a ranking of how I feel about each of the ghost faces themselves without how they went out. Anyways, thank you.